If I could see into your heart, then I would know. Oh, hey, Rebel.
Hey, Sage, what you doing?
I'm practicing.
Practicing. I know because you took on a new instrument recently, right?
Well, I got it for a deal. It came with a clarinet. A friend of mine was moving, and they had various things that they were getting rid of. And I saw the
Nice.
ukulele and the clarinet, and I said, "Well, the ukulele can go anywhere, and I'm currently looking for a horn section, so I might as well learn how to play."
Awesome. Well, hey, if you come across somebody who's getting rid of a saxophone, let me know, okay? Because I want it.
Okay, I will.
I want to learn how to play the saxophone. Total side note for anybody
Totally.
listening there. But anyway,
There's the creature
um,
in the dark coming up behind you.
it's that green screen. It doesn't, I have to stay still for it to,
No, there's a
there's a
creature.
person. Oh, there is a person. So weird.
It's cold.
It is cold. Bye, person coming out of the dark like a ghost.
Did you not see me?
No, I didn't see you. I was focused. Go away, child. Okay, so that was my oldest child popping in like a ghost over my shoulder. Thanks for calling that out, Sage.
Sure.
Anyway, so
Who we got today?
we have the amazing Ariana Ortiz, straight out of
Hello?
Texas, straight out of Texas, where they are living in a frozen tundra.
Yeah. To say the
So,
Welcome, Ariana.
yeah.
hello, y'all.
How's it going?
You know, the wine is stocked. The whiskey is here. And we're running low on beer, but it's fine. It's totally
Right. That totally reminds me of a song. Do you know the song? It's the one, the group, oh gosh, I can't think of the Little Big Town. Yeah,
Mhm.
they have a song called The Wine, the Beer, the Whiskey. Do you know that song?
I don't know.
Oh my
that.
God. You've got to check it out. I won't do it justice, but it's hilarious. It cracks me up. They're like the wine, the beer, the whiskey.
Yeah, that's my
The
life.
only thing that gets me. And I'm like, oh my gosh. It's so funny. It's way better when they do it, of course. But
Yeah.
because I'm not a singer, but whatever. So you have to check that out.
I say.
Yeah. So, Ariana, how long have you been writing songs, singing, and playing?
Oh my gosh. Well, let's see. We have to kind of differentiate all those.
Okay, all right. You can break it down. I threw everything at you on one big full platter.
Yes. Yeah, so there's multiple courses to be had. So I've been singing essentially my whole life.
Okay.
I wanted to be a singer since the age of 6 years old, I would say. So
Nice.
and as my mom says it, I've been singing since I was, months old. So,
Right.
I don't know about that. And in high school, I learned how to play guitar. I always wanted to. And I started co-writing with a girlfriend of mine. And shortly after that, I went ahead and picked up the guitar. So probably around
Cool.
age of 18, I would say, is when I learned or started learning. I feel like I stay learning how to play guitar.
Yeah.
But, and then, I started writing shortly after that. And have been consistently writing since 2013, I would say. So.
Wow, cool. Do you play other instruments?
I play a mean Twinkle Twinkle on violin. Or in our case, the fiddle, since we're from Texas.
The fiddle. Yeah, you do a little fiddling.
Oh yeah, pro Twinkle Twinkle.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. In my mind only, I would say. I should say.
That's great, though.
It sounds different when it's right up there.
Yeah.
It sounds different when anyone else hears it, is what I say. I'm like,
Yeah,
drink more, sound better.
right. Well, when you drink more, people look better too. So, I mean,
Exactly.
whatever. It should work both ways, music or
Yeah.
looks, whatever. But
Right.
yeah, I used to think I was pretty amazing on the piano too. And I probably wasn't. And I don't play anymore. But I was like, I would just get down and just start pounding it out. I loved it. Piano was awesome. I just stopped doing it. I don't know why. But
Yeah, I think I've dabbled in a few different ones. I think I kind of am a master of none, but I can like kind of, fake my way through a bunch of stuff.
right.
So
I can't even do that. So you've got me beat there.
yeah, I think just it's just a way of I'm a master Jedi of bullshit. So, I can typically bullshit my way through a bunch of stuff, including
There we go.
This
There
is
we
the song
go.
you requested. This is the song we requested.
right.
Yeah. Keep pointing people in that direction mentally. Be like, oh yeah.
You just have to set it up correctly, to
Yeah.
make them think, it's what they want when really it's just what you want to do. I mean, but that's what we,
Yeah.
as performers, I feel like we do, you know what I mean? I'm fortunate enough to, because I have so many songs, I write quite a bit, whether it's, co-writing or just me writing by myself. But, I write all the time, pretty much. So I've been, fortunate enough to be able, like when I gig and stuff, to, play my own music, and I don't really do like a ton of covers. So, I mean, I pretty much market myself as 100% original artist. So,
That's cool.
yeah. So I've been like super fortunate to do that. And, it's just, to me, it's all about telling the story. So, but yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I like to have a good story when I'm listening. And I think country music really does have a big, like it's heavily weighted on the storytelling side of things. I mean, the music, of course, is great and it brings it to life, but I think the story is as important as the music in country music specifically, compared to the others. I mean, like some metal bands, you can't even understand what they're saying, so no need for lyrics, really, exactly.
Right.
In my opinion, I don't know. That's just my opinion.
I'm just not a very good guitar player. I always say so. I typically just try to do as little as that as possible.
Right,
So,
right.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, three. You know 3 chords.
Oh yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. That's
You can
all
play-
you need, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Just
mean, to me,
keep
it's
it
just
simple.
it's all it's all about the story. Whatever tells that. If the guitar tells it, or if your voice tells it, or if the lyrics tell it. To me, I try to find the unicorn.
Hold on. Hey,
But
hold on. We lost you.
What happened?
oh, you lost me.
Sage, do I have you?
Yeah. Have who? Who did you lose? I see everybody.
Okay, I lost Sage.
No, I'm right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I see him.
Ariana,
Hello?
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear everyone.
Okay, I can't hear you guys at all.
Oh no.
Do you know how I reset this?
No.
So Ariana, this is where we talk about her funny hat.
Where are the apples?
I don't know. After something.
There you go. Hey, I'm a hat girl myself. I don't know if you can
Okay.
see, but I have
Yeah,
my
I can see them on the back wall. Very nice.
yeah. This is a lady lounge where I'm at right now. So it's kind of like my little
Okay,
save
you guys
music.
can hear me. I'm just going to disconnect, come right back to the same call, the interview call, okay?
Okay,
Thumbs
will
up.
we still be on the, will we still
Can you
be
hear
here?
me now?
We're just making fun of you.
No, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Sage, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I haven't not been able to hear you.
Okay, well, technical difficulties there for a moment, but we are back with Rebel, myself, Sage,
Hello.
and our fabulous guest, Ariana Ortiz. Welcome
Bye.
back.
Welcome back.
So, yeah. Okay, so where were we? You were telling us, we were talking about music and the different. I said that I tried to play piano and I thought it was great, but I gave it up. And then what were we talking about?
Well, I wanted to ask, just because my understanding is that Texas currently is still pretty well open as far as being able to go out and things of that nature during the pandemic. As far as like gigging, how has that been for you out there?
I mean, thankfully, we've created basically our own little, I mean, we have a circle of friends, but we've created like a really tight knit circle of friends. And to be honest, we help each other out so much that, like, if I have a show, I'm like, hey, come play with me, or, vice versa. I call them the boys because I'm always the only girl. But so me and the boys, I think we've just been so fortunate. It hasn't really affected us as much. We're still able to, go out and gig, and, we have a few different venues, like Dee Dee's downtown. They've been super helpful with us. Even when, everything was shut down, we were still able to like use their patio and, do like live streams and stuff like that. So Dee Dee's downtown has really been super big help for all of us, and some different venues as well, some new venues, and but yeah, so fortunately it hasn't really affected us too much. I mean, we're musicians, so we obviously see an effect.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, everything is done as safely, with all the guidelines and stuff like that, obviously. But yeah, we've been super fortunate to, have really good friends and a really tight knit group of us who, stay safe and who also help each other out, which, I mean, is really what it's all about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
that's cool.
So do you, as far as like your own, because I saw that you had just a pretty large list of recordings that you put up to Facebook. Do you have like a compilation or like an album or anything like that?
I haven't done any solo studio work by myself. I always say you're working on your first record basically your whole life. And I'm a firm believer in really timing is everything. And it's something that I'm not going to rush into. You know what I mean? I think you have to find the right, the right group. You have to find the right producer. You have to find the right studio. You have to find the right musicians. And to me, I've only really been gigging and playing out for around 5 or 6 years. So to me, I still feel super green in that aspect. And the songs, I just write so much that it's like narrowing it down to, 10 songs, or if I want to do an EP, like 4 or 5 songs. Not only will that be challenging, but also I wanted to take time to really find a studio that fit for me, and that I could feel comfortable with, and stuff like that, which I think I have. I've done some harmony work and stuff like that on my buddy's records. And me and Zach, I think y'all had Zach Pohl on.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
So me and him released a song last year called Hidden Face. Last year, I think, or the year before, I don't know. My timing sucks. So it all runs together at this point. I think it was last year. I think we wrote it in 2019. I think we released it last year. He did. He released it. And so it's called Hidden Faces. But that's pretty much the closest thing that you'll get to just hearing my voice kind of somewhat on the forefront. It's a duet, what we released, but it's about mental health. It's a really awesome song. But yeah, that's the all streaming stuff. But as far as like a solo project, I haven't released anything yet. But She Ain't the Lady Kind, which is also my logo, that will be the first song that I release. So I think I found a home in the same studio that he recorded at. And then you said you'll have my Whiskey Woman girl, Tina. She recorded
right.
And my buddy Alex Lees, he recorded.
Yes. So, gosh, we just have a lot of mutual mutual contacts here.
And and it's, we all, at least the way I kind of came onto the scene was through Mark David Manders, which I think Zach played one of their songs that they wrote together. But he hosts a Monday night deal, which is like a singer-songwriter anonymous. And
okay.
And so
in
that's
Dallas? Is that in Dallas?
It's in Plano, Texas. Yeah, Love and Warren, Texas. Yep. In Plano.
Oh my gosh, I love Love and Warren, Texas. That is one of my favorite places.
Yes. So
they used to carry Miranda Lambert wine, but they didn't last time I was there, disappointingly.
Yes. Well, I'm a $7 wine girl myself, so.
Yeah.
Anything above like $8, I'm like, yeah, no.
Wait, is that per glass or is that per bottle?
Oh, no, girl. Per bottle. No. So I get my wine from Walmart. The Gallo family always hooks it up. Every time I go, I'm hello family, and I just pick up my bottle.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
You're having company, you bring the
yeah. I'm like, you know what? We're feeling a little wild today. Let's spend $14 today. And we'll get 2 bottles.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Back on the roof, as my buddy would say. Yeah, so I call him Manders, but his name is Mark. So Manders hosts a singer-songwriter night on Mondays, and that's kind of how I came onto the scene of meeting everyone. So I spent like the first 2 years essentially networking, which, I was young, so I really didn't know what that meant, but I was doing it, when I look back. And so, yeah, through that, basically, though, I met Zach and Alex and, the boys and my Whiskey Woman, Tina. And so it's crazy. All walks of life come in there. And, it's just a great community of songwriters and people, Nice. When you find your flock, you fly with them, right?
Right. Yeah. That's something I can definitely relate to.
Yes.
So, yeah. Yeah, I love the Miranda Lambert wine, and that's, I don't know, I guess that's about $15 a bottle maybe, but in the same respect, I also like the Stella Rosa Peach. Yeah. And I buy that at Kroger. Yeah. But I like really sweet wines. And so I don't like all of them. Like sometimes Moscatos are like too not what I want.
Right.
But like if it's sweet, if it tastes like sugar, that's what I want. That's what I want to drink.
My white, I typically drink white wine, but I'm more of like on the higher side. but
Yeah.
so like Chardonnay or but I mean,
Sure.
I can do like a Pinot Grigio. I've been really into to me it's like my fancy wine because I don't know how to say it because I'm from Texas. But it's the Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, that one. I'm like,
Perfect.
yeah, that one.
So I always feel fancy. I'm like, I'm drinking my Sauvignon tonight. You always have to do a hair flip and like, a pinky up or something.
Yeah. Well, I'm so redneck. I'm like, do y'all carry Miranda Lambert wine? And people are like, what? And I'm like, Red 55.
Yeah.
And then I have to, because I'm me, I have to go into the whole explanation. Like, it's Red 55 Winery. It's Miranda's parents. They own it and they started it. And all the names of the wine are names of her songs. And like, and they're just like, okay, whatever. Like, shut up. You talk too much. And I'm like, I know. We
did go. So I have two best friends that I've been friends with since we were in 7th grade.
Right.
And so me and them, and then our moms also, because we've all known each other, for almost 20 years now. And so we, every now and then we'll take a trip, like us and the girls and the moms.
Right.
We'll take a trip. The last trip we took was to Fredericksburg. And
nice.
And it was so good. And I felt hella bougie because I was like, okay, I'll pay $10 for this wine.
Wait, hold on. You found $10 wine there? Where?
And
I don't think that's possible.
No, it was because, so we did like wine tests no, they're called
tastings.
Yeah, okay.
Wine tastings.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I got you, girl. I got you.
Thank you. So we did those and, we were just looking up all these different ones, or we would talk to people and they would say, oh, go here, go there. And so we went to, what is it called? I think it's Fiesta Winery. It was
okay.
So cool. It was so cool because it was like fused. So they had like different wines fused, I guess, together or something. I don't know.
That's wild.
Yeah. But they had like a sale and it was like you could get 3 bottles for whatever, $30 or $40 or something.
Okay, so. Now, Ariana, that sounds a little tiny bit sketchy. Sage, do you remember like when we were growing up in school and you used to go down and mix all the sodas in one drink?
Yeah, it's called a suicide.
Suicide, right? That's how it seems. That's what it seems like that is for the wine and calling it.
Wine blends are classy.
Yeah. Well, hey, I like to live life on the edge, so I was here for it. I was like, hey, yeah, I'll take 4 bottles.
You're like, fuse it on up. I got this.
They gave me a wine carrier and everything. I was
nice.
Like, oh, perfect.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I spent way too much money on wine when we went down there.
Yeah,
but it was good. It was real good.
Yeah, hey, it's crazy.
When it comes to wine, I just say, wine? Why not?
Exactly. Hey, 3:30 rolls around. I'm like, it's wine time. That's just what it is. I mean, yeah. I'm in the late lounge. I don't really drink. I don't drink when I write. Typically, unless I'm riding with like certain, one of the boys, as I call them. But yeah, if I'm riding
only when you podcast, you only drink when you podcast. That's cool. Loosens you up. You're good.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a good thing or a
we'll see.
Yeah, keep drinking. We'll let you know.
We'll let you know.
Or, you never know what will come out of my mouth.
Hey,
it can't be worse than Sage.
I asked Rebel before when we did our little, pre-meeting, I said, can we cuss on here? Because I always, I'm a sailor. I have a sailor's mouth. And so I just, I like to know you know what I mean? So if I need to, make it a little Disney mouth, and I can. And I'm like,
Just tell you to
Yeah.
Disney it up.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, how Disney?
No, I most certainly did not. Thank you, Sage.
Yeah. Yeah, she was like, no, you're good. I'm like,
I was
all
like,
right,
no,
here
it's, I was like, it's cool. We're good.
Yeah.
I told her how we got to hear, or I'm sorry, how I got to hear. I was like, yeah, I was really, really OCD in the beginning, and I would go back and just bleep it or whatever, not bleep it, just cut it out basically. And then I was like, it's mostly grown-ups listening to the
Yeah.
podcast, so who
Yeah.
cares? Say what you want.
you know?
Yeah. So I don't worry about it. I'm just like,
Sage, if I
I
remember,
love you.
do you live in California, or are you from California?
I'm from California.
Okay.
Yes.
I was born in California. I was born in San Diego.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. My dad was in the Navy, so I'm a daughter of a sailor. That's probably why I cuss a lot.
That could be it. That could be it.
But yeah, so I was like, oh, I have to mention that I was born in San Diego when I come on.
There you go.
We actually, I was in a band when I was living there, and we played a number of dates down in San Diego. Some were downtown, and a few were, gosh, I wish I can remember the name of this. It was a little venue, and basically what it was like a student gathering place for the college. And it was weird because it was kind of separate off of the campus, and it was a little run down. And you could tell, like, during the day it had, tables and, like a little kitchen going and stuff like that. But when nighttime came, they clear it all out, and the kids would run in there, and we'd play, and, band after band would cycle in on and off the stage.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
That's awesome.
So
I'm curious to know, Ariana, that do you recall the first time you actually performed your own music, like live? The first time you stuck it out there, as it were.
Well, yeah, it would be, that's kind of a complex question, funny enough, because the first time, well, I guess I could go three ways with that. I could go the first time in a co-writing situation, which would be before I learned how to play guitar. And that was with a friend of mine. Her name is Rebecca. And she was the only one I knew who played guitar. And so in high school, we used to write together. And so we played for, I believe, probably like a senior just showcase type deal for the choir. And then the next time, I would probably say was in 2011. And a friend that I worked with, I was the only person that she knew that played guitar.
Oh.
And she was like, hey, she was she was like, hey, my family lives in San Angelo, and they want us to, they want me to sing something. And so I was like, she goes, do you want to come sing with me, essentially? And I said, sure, So we printed up these songs that we were going to do. And I said, well, I don't have anything. Like, literally all I have is my guitar and my chord. She goes, no problem. So we actually played the Ram Jam, which is, I think, for the college in San Angelo. That was my first show I ever played, not in high school. And so we go out and we're opening for like this band. We're using all their equipment. So naturally, the band comes, they're like 45 minutes late. We're freaking out because we're supposed to be, which is now funny to look back on it. how bad I was freaking out, because I have severe stage fright still to this day, and I always have. And so we play the song, whatever, play the songs. We play for maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour maybe. And so the band was like, hey, you know, I really like your stuff. And so they were like, well, we're playing at this bar tonight. Do y'all want to come open for us? And so like me, I'm like, hell yeah. Like, oh my God, yeah, we would love to, you know? And so the guy's like, do you have any of your own music? And I said, yes, but you know, I don't know how to play it on guitar, because I wrote it when I didn't play guitar and I had never learned it. And I still haven't ever learned the song I wrote, you know? And so we go to this bar. I was like 18, I think, or 19. I think I was 18. We go to this bar and we're singing, and then the guys are getting drunk, like in the audience. There's nobody in this bar. For the band, and then my friends. So my mom came with me, I think, that trip. And then my friends, like family, because they lived in San Angelo. So we all go in there, and the band's like heckling us, like, play some of your original music, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, what the hell do I sing? And they will not let off of it. Okay. So I'm like, okay, perfect. Like, I'll just make up a song. So I literally, so my first time, I guess the song that I wrote by myself performing would be me making up a song about the band in San Angelo.
Nice. Nice.
On stage. Like, and
That's
so
great.
then the next time, yeah. And then the next time, actually, you know, after I had been writing for a few years, Love and More would be the first time that I sang a song, an actual song that I had thought about and wrote.
Yeah.
So it's a complex situation. It's a complex, but I hope that answered your question.
It does. It does.
It's
Okay,
great.
cool.
That's perfect.
Yeah. You know, I'm like an onion. There's a whole lot of layers.
Layers are good.
Fine
Nothing
wine,
wrong
right?
with that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what do you do for work outside of music? And because I don't want to forget this, I'm going to throw this question at you as well at the same time and let you get to it. But are you a member of like a songwriting association? Like here we have Nashville Songwriters Association International. I think Texas or Dallas or someplace, I don't know, has their own. Are you a member of that?
So for work, I decided I served tables for 10 years.
Okay.
And before my tenure, I decided that when I reached my tenure, I would quit and then I would do music full time. So,
Awesome.
yeah, right before my tenure, I quit serving table. I stopped serving tables. And then I had to take a year. Well, 2018, I would say would have been my tenure. And I decided to stop a little bit before then, and had some personal stuff. So I really didn't do a lot of music. I would say 2018, 2019. 2019, I pretty much took off. Just some personal stuff I needed to attend to. So yeah, I pretty much took the whole year off. I think I played maybe like 5 shows literally that year.
Okay.
And then 2020, I was like, okay, we're going to hit the grindstone. We're going to, you know, we're going to record. And then COVID happened. So I was like, okay, you know, but we were still able to gig, you know, and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've been doing music full time, I would say, for the past 2 years, you know, but yeah, I mean, what a great 2 years to get it started with.
Yeah.
I really picked my timing well.
Whatever works.
What can you do?
So,
But yeah, I mean, if they always say if you have a plan B, plan A will not work because you'll just look for an excuse, right?
yeah.
So,
I
and then as
I
far
could
as
see
the a part of the association, no, I'm not a part of anything like that.
cool.
Just a part of the boys club, I guess.
I think that's probably a good place to be in Texas, though.
Yeah.
I think that makes a difference there.
I always
Just
say
my guess.
I'm the best boy out of the boys club. That's what I like to say.
There you go. Definitely the prettiest boy out of the boys club, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Depends on how much you drink, but yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So,
Well, I think you're adorable, and I haven't had anything to drink.
Oh, well, thanks.
but
I filter on. No, I'm just kidding.
wait, hold
That's why
on.
I'm
Is there a
trying-
filter on Zoom?
Right.
I need to know about that.
That's why I don't trust them singles sites. You all look one way, and then I meet you, and you don't look like that anymore.
Oh my gosh. You know, that's what used to happen. It was back in the day when people actually met each other. It was called beer goggles. That was the first filter.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you would this is going to be kind of crass. Or you would see their face pasted onto the pillow the next day and not know who you woke up next to.
Yeah. Well, if you listen to my music, it's a little bit on the crass side, so it doesn't offend me at all.
Listen, I am again going to stick up for the types of people you just called out, Sage. Because here's the thing. I was on medicine. It made me lose a bunch of my hair and my eyebrows. And so I look a little weird when I don't have my eyebrows on. So yeah, I put my eyebrows on.
You have eyebrows now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but they didn't come back right. They're really
Hey,
splotchy and weird.
I always say Facebook memories are the gifts that keep on giving.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
I'm sure at that. And so I saw on I think it was literally like a couple days ago or a few days ago, maybe last week. I saw on my Facebook memory. So I have my daughter's name is Emmy Lou.
Uh-huh.
And she's 3 and she's a border collie. She's a dog. And so it said, I'm pretty sure Emmy Lou just licked off my eyebrow. It said, only a dog mom would know. So, I'm right there with you, girl. It's totally fine.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna I feel like people are either cool with that type of makeup or they're not. And I'm here to say, you know what? If I feel good in it, who cares? Who cares? What everybody else thinks.
If my makeup is on your pillow in the morning, like thankfully I'm already gone.
Right. There you go.
Like have fun cleaning it. It was just a little nugget. It was just a little nugget of my token.
Yeah.
Just a final farewell, right?
And then forever it's who was that mystery woman?
Love it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm one to talk right now because actually just because it's going to be fun and we get to get 2 shows out of it. I'm currently covered in hives. You probably can't tell unless I get really close. But
oh my God.
Yeah. So I would like to have some of that makeup, but I don't.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was from over the counter
What happened?
medication. I had like my elbow was hurting, and somebody at work's like, yeah, just take some ibuprofen. I'm like, oh, okay. And I don't take stuff over the counter. I don't. I stay. I'd rather be in pain. But it got to the point where it was just
Yeah.
so annoying. You know what? I'm gonna take something. So I took it, and about 3 hours later, my skin started to crawl, and it's been crawling for 2 days now, and I'm stuck
Oh
in it.
no.
So if I should go off of video, it's because I'm not scratching, and it looks really funny. And
Oh no.
which excuse me, I'm going to do that right now.
When in doubt, itch it out.
Sometimes I just sit here and I'm like, okay, all right. But
It's all good.
while he's doing the monkey
Okay. All right, I'm back.
dance, cat scratch fever itching dance over there.
Oh, I've had
Um,
nothing. I've had this reoccurring fantasy for the last 48 hours of being one of those cat scratch posts, and just letting the cats have at me, and just whatever
Oh,
You need to
will
look
be.
at you need to look at Pinterest on some remedies.
Okay.
yeah.
Pinterest is where it's at. I'm telling you. You can find anything about anything on that thing. So like
Yeah.
hot remedies on Pinterest.
Vinegar actually works really well for burns. I don't know if it would help with the itchy situation, but it does work for burns. So it might help.
I'll look.
But anyway,
Don't be opposed for it to be something weird too, like put peanut
he's
butter
not.
on your.
He's good.
You know what I mean?
He'll try it.
Yeah, I'll try
Yeah.
anything. If I can put it in my mouth, then I'll probably put it on my skin.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Okay, so Ariana, if you would like to drop your socials and a website or Facebook, whatever you want to drop, go ahead and drop it out there. I think we're good.
Yes. Okay. So I believe it's at Ariana Ortiz Music for Facebook and for Instagram. But I always say the easiest way to find me is to do hashtag She Ain't the Lady Kind. I'm the only one who does it. I'm the only one who will pop up. So if you want to find anything, if you just Google hashtag She Ain't the Lady Kind. I finally did the TikTok thing. So I have some songs on there. I have some songs on YouTube. I just sprinkle stuff everywhere. So
all right.
No telling what you'll find,
Well, that's cool. So, well, thank you for joining us today. And that's it. That's all I've got.
Thank you so much.
Well, I'm gonna do.
I would like to tell you, have continued success. We here at Rebel Saves Perspectives are definitely awaiting the album when you get that collection of songs together. And let us know and say hello to all of our Texas musicians out there.
Yeah,
I will. I'm gonna sing y'all out on a song.
Oh yes,
how about that?
Go for it. Let's do it.
Beautiful.
All right, cool. I'm gonna get. I'm deciding to play Glenda today.
Ooh, that's lovely.
1971 Guild. This is my dream guitar. I think she's all tuned up. I'll do a song, the song that I will be recording when I decide to go on that venture. Is that a good audio for you?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds perfect.
All right. I don't claim to be a lady, but I drink $7 wine and I cuss ain't the kind of two-time man. I've always been one of the guys, but I like to cuddle after loving. I sure do make some damn good eggs at dinner time. I just ain't the lady kind. I just ain't the lady kind.
Yay!
Cheers.
Bye-bye. Cheers.